found the most well-preserved mammoth ever in Siberia just recently. It's like a fucking 50,000-year-old mammoth or something. It looks like
a proper mammoth.
It's right there.
Yeah! Let's go, baby! Happy New Year.
Huzzah!
This is... we already done that.
We did.
Cheers, everyone.
Salut. We're not Spartans this time. We're ancient Greece. By the way.
Let's suck each other off.
Yeah, we're Romans, man. We're Romans. They did like to suck each other off. It was normal back then. You know
2025,
It's still
baby.
normal now. 2025.
Welcome.
What's your New Year resolutions, guys? What are we jumping on board with this year? I want to better myself in every single way possible.
Smells, bro.
Yeah, they smell
That
like
literally
shit, bro.
smells like
no,
shit.
Keep the lid closed because the smell was not coming.
We have these bean boozled. They're called the jelly beans.
They're not off, motherfucker.
They're off.
No.
Listen, it's episode 140. So as you know, we try to change it up a little bit, and we've been low on ideas lately. So
that's why Tori's on board. She's basically the ideas woman.
So on a whim, we got this bean boozled thing. A lot of you probably know how this works, but there's random jelly beans in here. There's two. You spin this little wheel and you get a color. You pick that color and it can be one of two flavors. It can be something yummy or something ass, and they're like sweaty socks, boogers, vomit. Or then it could be peach or bubblegum, shit like that, you know? So you spin this, pick a color, and you get lucky or unlucky. So we thought, fuck it, for a special. Last special we didn't really do anything. We haven't done anything in a while. So to change
what was
it up,
the last special?
Nothing. I think we dressed up.
We are the special.
We didn't do anything.
We are the special every single week.
So we're still trying to get animals.
Yeah.
Maybe next.
It's the space, man. It's the small space is hard, bro. Like fuck, if we had room, I'm telling you, we'd be doing like class and that, I show speed, fireworks in the house.
I feel like we got easy. We got an extra 250 mil behind us without the backdrop. We've got the new backdrop now.
40 mil.
Yeah,
we've got a brand new sign. Shout out to my brother. I think he's my brother-in-law. I don't know what he is. He's my sister-in-law's boyfriend. So Carlos got me this cool TJMR sign. Nice. You can see it there. It's bright as fuck. So thank you to him. Shout out.
New setup, man. Upgrade in 2025, baby. Hope you guys enjoyed your holidays and you're ready to get stuck into
Welcome
it,
back.
baby.
So let's start just quickly. Let's quickly brush up. Joey, how was the time off, the holidays? You're back at work.
Yeah.
New Year's. How was it?
Yeah, it was good,
Give
man.
us a quick little...
Yeah, well, I kind of worked up until Christmas Eve and then had Christmas Day and Boxing Day off. You know, I did it with fam like we usually do. And then went back to work for like the 27th, 28th. And then on the Arvo, the 28th, me and Tori took the Sally and James's camper van to Huskisson. So then we met up with Tori and Josh there, and we had 4 wholesome days with them, man. So we beach runs in the morning, swims in the beach, just sitting in the park. I don't even usually read. I cheat and use Audible. But like I was reading, like grab one of Tori's books and started reading that. And then like at one point we were all reading on this like picnic blanket and like we're just having like honey soy chips and shit and then playing like checkers and that, thinking that I was playing chess because I got that excited like it is chess. Like I don't know how to play chess. If I learned chess, I could play chess. But I'm just like, that's for the birds. Diagonal, I'll move pieces diagonal, I'll get you. I'll be a king, I'll go up and down. Anyway, we're just on a rampage trying to win. They were playing poker. We're playing cards, like Big Two, that game Big Two. It was good, man. It was a few good eateries there, good food, good vibes, man. Very family friendly kind of vibe. There was no police there. It's such a small town, Huskisson. Usually, there was people setting off fireworks in front of our camper van about 30 meters away on the beach. After the 9 o'clock ones, we had the big fireworks, and then people would just do it on the beach. And we didn't even see this guy set up. It was pitch black out there, and we just had our phone lights rested on stuff while we're playing poker. There was no street lights. And all of a sudden, like 20 meters away, and we're just like enjoying our own little, we got spoiled with fireworks on New Year's Eve in Huskisson, man.
Yeah.
Did you go to that beach, the Himes beach?
Well, no, we didn't go. We just went to Huskisson Beach. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, because it was a camper van kind of trip, and it was more like cost effective, and we didn't really want to go many places. It was just to wind down and stuff and not do anything. I feel like on a lot of holidays, I can't switch off and decide to do next to nothing. Or the only thing I do is go for a run, a beach swim, go look in shops I know I'm not going to buy shit at. and you know what I mean, buy a pie. I had this mad butter chicken pie. I wanted a fucking chili con carne pie, but you know, if you go late there to the pie places that make them themselves, they're out of the good ones early.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
Okay.
It was good, but it was nice.
What about you, DZ?
Yeah, good holidays, man. Didn't get much time off, unfortunately, but yeah, I've just been so excited for 2025, man. It feels like such a good year.
Oh, bro, this is the year.
It just sounds cool, man. Like
Yeah.
2025, that's
Good
a
number.
fucking
But
future, bro.
Devil's advocate, wouldn't you say that's the year every year though?
Yeah, it's a nice number though.
I know,
It's
it
like
is,
a
it
cool
is.
number.
Yeah,
It's a whole number almost.
Isn't Black Ops 2 set 2025 and shit? Like, the games, like 2025, that's the future, man. Flying cars and shit.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I was good to be back into it and doing this and shit back at work. And I was listening to the radio this morning, right? It fucking confusing me. They're saying they're doing a big countdown, right? They're choosing, everyone's picking their songs, their favorite songs for this countdown they're doing. And they're playing the same songs that they're playing every other time. It's always the same radio station. And throughout the whole year, they've been playing the same songs. And this is supposed to be a People's Choice countdown. Somehow they're playing the same songs that they always play on the radio. I don't get it. How's it work? Are they picking like...
Because they know we're just like, no one's paying that much mind to actually step up and go, hey,
no one's voted.
are you faking those like, are people really voting for that? They just make everyone, they know everyone's going to say, oh, well, that must be the People's Choice because that's all we hear anyway. You know what I mean?
But it doesn't make sense though. It's literally the same songs over and over again. I'm like, what the fuck? They're like song number 252 and it's the same fucking song I've been hearing the past year. What the fuck? Like, what's going on? There's millions of songs. It's literally the same handful of songs on the radio.
It'll make you hate a song. Like I'm in love with that
hate
song.
them all.
I'm in love with that song because I'm so messy and I'm too fucking clean. That song will tell me get a job, and I'll sing it so many times. I'll jam it so many times, and then the radio plays it that one too many times, and I'm like, I'm over it now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're all ass anyway. But anyway, I was just like, the fuck, that's kind of strange. How was your holidays, man? What'd you get up to?
Good, man. I had some time off. Was great as always. Not long enough. You're lucky I'm not the Prime Minister of this country, or it'd be mandatory shutdown till February. Go home and spend time with your kids, your family. It fucking nothing irks me more than cunts that like want to go to work. It's like you can't hate your home life that much, right? But people do, unfortunately. Not everyone's as fortunate as us. We've all got good relationships with our partners and that. I know there's some people out there who probably don't have that, but it still pisses me off. It's like, you got kids, you got a hobby, bro, go do that shit. You know, but people's like, some people love work. Like they love work, or they just...
I reckon most of it is the fact that when you live in Sydney long enough, you got to either get
Bust
off
your ass,
or nothing to get ahead now. Like no one wants to I want to work most Saturdays if I can up until I go to Europe, mainly because of our Europe trip.
Yeah,
but as well, I feel like the constant need to be like, if I can make more money now, why not make money now? But then it's just like, it's crazy how much time we spend at work.
You know what it is? It's those cunts. We got this because we didn't close, right? Retail, right? But it's tradie retail. But we'll open on Christmas Eve for half a day, right? And cunts, there was like not many cunts. It's been dead, but there will be one or two cunts that come in, still trying to do shit. And you know what it is? Some cunts that go, "Oh, it's just another day, mate. It's just another day to me." Like, bro,
they're the ones that hate their
wife. Shut up, you sad cunt. Like, bro, enjoy your life, bro. Like, fucking hell.
It is weird.
That's such a big dick swinger move kind of thing. They're just trying to be like, I'm the hardest worker in the room.
I think you're a tool. Like,
cringe.
honestly,
It's fucking
you're
cringe.
a fucking idiot.
But other than that, man, I did heaps of fishing, heaps of golf, man. Me and Chloe went to the beach like fucking 5 or 6 times. It was fucking great.
How therapeutic's the beach, eh?
I love it,
Yeah,
man.
the
It was
beach-
great.
we go on the beach a lot lately.
Other than that, it was, easy claps. Tori, how was your...
Same thing. I worked all the way through, but got to work from the van, which was really cool on the beach. But yeah, exact same as Joey. It was nice to get away. Yeah, it was good.
I bring her breakfast and a coffee while she was working in
Every
the van in
day.
the back of Tori. And this one lady thought that Josh and Tori's van, because it's heaps good now. Like they've done it up proper now, right? It looks like a little mini home. And some older lady apparently stuck her head in and asked Tori, who was currently
Yeah, I
working
think
together.
she thought we were a couple.
Yeah, I think
because
Two
we were
little
both
lesbians,
working
yeah.
together. But it was good. It was really nice.
Were you eating her out while doing the
Yeah,
French?
he was
or-
eating out her muff. That's why she asked. He's like, what the fuck? Like,
but I feel like when you have a van like that, it does make it very enticing. You know what I mean? As long as you spend the time to do a camper van, if that's what you're into, I think that's the only way it's enjoyable. You got to take some kind of. It's hard to just take a normal car flip the seats down, and then that's that. You know what I mean? But
No,
if you can make it comfortable,
you need
with
the
like,
camper.
You got to be able to drive too. Like you got to get your kilometers out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you have to do the long hauls fucking to make it worth it. You know what I mean?
But I don't know. I was just thinking like, it's such a. This year made me think like, fuck. Every New Year's Eve. Don't get me wrong. I love to party. Love this. But then for so long, it's this big stigma around New Year's Eve, and I felt it first last New Year's. I think in Cairns, we went to Cairns, and we were at Gilligan's, and then I was thinking, and I got kicked out of Gilligan's for like no reason. And then we had to find somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, the countdown went on, and it was very rush countdown. Like it only started from 4, so all of a sudden it was 4, 3, and I was like, oh shit! And the night just went so quick, and then the next morning you wake up, you feel like shit. Yeah, it's a big night, and always it's a sunny fucking day the next day. It's almost like a reminder, like, hey, bitch,
the first is always
what
a
did you
cracker
spend?
day.
What did you spend New Year's Eve doing? Like, like getting rid of brain cells or just having some wholesome moments. And I feel like this year made me feel like there's such a freedom in not just doing that repetitive thing that I've done for years, which is just another excuse for a night out, which is fine. Who knows? There'll be nights out, whatever, maybe some. But like this was more of a wholesome vibe.
Everyone I've spoken to has said they've pretty much had a wholesome, chill New Year.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like we just went to Panthers for the 9 o'clock with our daughter. And that shit is a nightmare. That place is terrible on New Year's Eve. Have you ever been?
No, but I know, like, it's kind of like why people go to the city. Did you see that clip of people running? Well, this was in America though, but they were in the you know, when they dropped the ball, there was like there was images of people running up to the gate where they would then stand for like hours. Like how many hours? 19 hours in
Like
Sydney.
19 hours, yeah.
In Sydney, people lined up for 19 hours.
But
From
people
4
camped.
a.m.
That's not even worth it.
People had tents and shit.
So I get the fireworks, right? But we seen fireworks in Huskerson. You can see fireworks that
Anywhere.
doesn't have to be there. But I get it. But the only time you'd see me there is if from FireCast when we get our yacht, right? And then we're in the harbour.
Yeah, doing the live show.
Imagine that.
Well, we went to the Panthers, right? And we got a parking in the underground parking, right? And when we were leaving, as soon as the 9 o'clock fireworks finished, we went to leave, right? And we went to the exit, and it's backed up all these cars, and it was just standstill. We were sitting there in the same spot for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And cunt started reversing and going out, and we're like, bro, this is fucked. What's going on? Like, it was literally not moving at all. And then we're like, fuck it, should I reverse? She's like, yeah, because we didn't know where the exits were. Like, we don't go in that parking lot very often. So I went back, went around, there's an exit right here, clear. No cars, nothing. And all these idiots are backed out here waiting on this side. You can literally, just around the corner was the other exit, and it was fucking clear road. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
well, maybe 2025 isn't the year then, eh? 2030. All right, so we all hope you guys had a good holidays. Everyone was safe. Now, some announcements to make. Me as the Roman Emperor, no more speak pipes, right? I'm over listening to your guys' shit, right? So we're canning it. No more. No, we're just fucking with you. We're having a bit of a break. We're going to try something new. Tori's come up with a cool little segment we're going to try. Is this segment for always or just for today that you come up with?
Just for today.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to just try some things out. Still feel free to leave a speak pipe. And like DZ had a good idea where maybe every now and then we'll come up with a topic and then get people to send speak pipes in on that specific topic. But we're just not, we're not going to pay as much attention to them anymore. Just, again, 2025, trying some new things out.
Change it, man.
Yeah.
Change it up, you know. So, Tori.
I put a link in my bio as well.
Oh, yes.
So we've done it before on the show, but
Yes.
anonymous questions.
Yes.
So instead of
Yep.
the speak pipe link, you can go, I'll send it to Iggy too to put in his bio. And if you want, just drop a anonymous question. It's more of an advice thing, whatever you want. Drop it in there if you need advice. You have a question. It'll be anonymous, so we won't know who you are. And then we'll maybe in community corner instead of looking at Discord questions.
Yeah, that's a good idea because that's a bit more quicker. We can kind of read the question, fire off a couple things.
We do have a couple responses already, so we'll go through those.
Okay, all right. So we'll do Tori's segment first, then we'll look at those, and then we'll move over to...
Eat a bean.
Yeah, the Reddit penis.
Should we do a bean first?
Yeah,
who determines who gets the first bean?
Let's flick the smelly bean.
Or do we all get a bean?
Go first, Joey. Oh!
Well,
It's got the black bean.
Is it the black?
No, so that means, right, so you open
He has to eat the black one.
No.
From Nigeria.
What are the two options for the flavors? It should say the flavor.
Oh, no, yeah. So you need to eat a black one, then it's going to be toasted marshmallow or stink bug.
Or stink
Oh,
bug,
ew.
So you
Is
all,
this
I think you
black?
all get
Is
a
that black?
turn.
That's
Yeah,
black?
but we'll all
Yeah.
do it. We'll all do it.
You all spin it.
Yeah, we all spin it.
Okay,
yeah.
so and then do we eat it one by one?
Yeah, eat yours.
Yeah, go.
Fuck, they stink, man.
So what are the choices?
Yours is out of marshmallow or stink bug. This guy's going to get stink bug.
No dramatics.
Yeah. I start vomiting. Like, he might go to the hospital tonight. He's going to have to chuck a shit tonight.
So I think that was stink bug.
That's definitely
It's like feet, bro.
Yeah,
okay.
stink bug. All right.
Spin the wheel, DZ. Spin the wheel. The Romans are eating fucking yuck. Do we have like a little bin to chuck them in? No.
No, you have to eat them.
What's
You have
that?
to eat them.
I'm blind as a bat.
That's blue. That's blue. The choices are between Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
Is that the right one? Hold on.
Yeah, they stink, man. Keep the lid on, please.
Is that the right color?
Yeah,
though?
that's the right color.
That's the right
That's
colour?
the right color.
All right, this is a good one.
He's like, oh, that's kind of nice.
I think it's a good, good one.
Or you like dirty socks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad with flavors, but yeah, it would be a lot worse. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, so that's so you would have got
And
Tutti Frutti.
who's testing these beans going, that's definitely dirty socks?
kind of tastes like toothpaste though.
I don't reckon they test them. They just make them dog shit and just chuck them in the
Yeah.
fucking. All right, here we go.
How do they even make these flavors though?
Oh, I got red, which is between licorice and burnt rubber. I hate licorice. I hate black licorice,
What about
bro.
burnt
No,
rubber?
red
Do you
licorice
like,
is
do you like
good.
burnt rubber?
Quickly, the lid's off. Quickly.
Is that red or
That's
pink?
that's black, my man.
Yeah, what?
Oh wait, hold on. I'm confused because it's
He's trying to go for some stink bug.
It's red, but the color of the bean is black. So I'll pick a red one, don't I?
No, you pick the color of the bean, bro. Whatever the bean color is. You
So I need a black bean.
Yeah.
But why is the background red? That's so confusing.
It's probably just high contrast, so you can see what it
Can I
says.
have a look?
Yeah, can you?
Put the lid on that, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Sorry, I'm just looking at it. I'm purposely just holding it up.
So do I eat a black bean or a red bean? A black bean. That's so confusing.
Flick
Joey,
the
what did you
bean.
get?
Yeah, I've
went black.
I've made everyone grab the wrong beans then.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did?
yeah, that's my bad.
Okay, so redo it, Iggy. Just redo it for this round.
So spin again.
So spin again?
Yeah, spin
So do I eat the color of the bean?
Yes.
Tori should spin them for.
You guys are ridiculous. This is not
Here we
that
go.
hard.
Blue bean. Is that a blue bean? Yeah.
All right, let's
The
go.
blue bean. Here we go.
Yeah.
So that's
blue.
between the same as DZ.
So berry blue or toothpaste?
Oh, thank God.
Berry blue tooth. That's I must have got toothpaste then.
No, I think Iggy just gave you the wrong color and
gave
then
you the wrong
said
colour.
the flavor was different.
I just ate the same bean.
I just
though.
got toothpaste. That's fine. I
Okay.
like that.
All right, so I think I'll keep this. And I will flip
Yeah.
it for you guys.
That's why she's here.
Fuck, we're retarded.
Okay, so the little segment that I had was a little funny one. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the trend that's been going around on TikTok and and Reddit and Twitter and all that sort of stuff, but it's called "We Listen and We Don't Judge." Have you guys seen that?
I've seen
No.
this.
Okay.
It's like a trend that's been going around, and it's in all like the Facebook community groups that I'm in and all this sort of stuff. And it's where it's, you know, we listen and we don't judge, boss edition or sibling edition or workplace edition or couple edition. And it's where everybody comments their most like rogue, fucked up, ridiculous thing
That they've done?
That they've done.
Oh,
And
but you can't judge.
the theory is like, okay, we're just listening, we're not judging, and people are going crazy. And I found this one thread which
Does that mean you can't actually judge? Like, you
I
can't
mean,
say we
you're
don't
gonna-
judge. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
you're gonna
that.
judge. You're gonna
Yeah,
judge
right.
subconsciously, but you're gonna keep it to yourself. I think is the main
Yeah, okay.
objective here.
That's no fun.
The one that I found was ex-boyfriend edition, and I thought it was hilarious. The thread had some of the most rogue comments ever, and I was like,
Okay.
I'm gonna bring this to you guys because I think you'll have a laugh.
All right.
So I've got a couple here where girls are commenting and saying that their ex-partners did or that they did to their ex-partner. I'm going to read them out to you guys. Okay, so the first one is, I had an ex who actually jumped out of the car while I was driving during an argument. He laid on the ground while people were asking.
Traumatic.
Listen, he laid on the ground while people were asking him if he was okay. He carried on, then got up and just got back in the car and told me to drive away like nothing happened.
We're not supposed to be judging. Stop.
No, it's not judging. It's not judging.
What a spastic.
I'm so...
Oh my God.
That was laughing for his safety.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Like, imagine the commitment you'd have to... I would pretend I was unconscious. I'd be
Yeah,
so
yeah,
embarrassed.
yeah.
I would just be like...
Go
The
get
fact
up.
that he was laying there just like loving that people were asking him
Yeah.
if he was
Oh,
okay.
gosh.
He's probably soking it up.
Let's try not to judge this one.
Okay.
Right, let's
Okay.
just go.
All right, let's try not to judge, yeah? I had an ex that would often wee the bed or in random places after drinking and would try to manipulate me into thinking that I did it. One time on holiday, he pissed in his suitcase full of clothes but wouldn't admit to it. So he ended up wearing his pissy clothes to the airport and carrying around the suitcase like nothing happened.
Wow.
I mentioned the smell of wee, and he started to tell me that I was mentally ill and going insane.
Wow.
Some cunts are deranged.
People are so fucking weird, bro. Wow.
Okay, another one. I had to beg my ex to brush his teeth and be generally clean. We would get into huge fights about this. However, I did stay for over 5 years.
Oh, come on, man. See, if I was a girl, that's an ick, bro.
I know, that's crazy.
He had to have a massive cock.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, bro.
Yeah.
I think it needs more than that, bro.
Like, it's the size of this sword.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, I'll deal with
Just
the bad
shows
breath.
up. Yeah. Summer, winter, autumn, spring. It's just
Okay.
Yuck.
My ex would kick me out of my own bedroom so he could watch porn. Then when he would find me crying later about it, he would apologize and say it meant nothing. He just couldn't resist that porn star.
Oh my
God. Virtual cheating 101.
gosh, wow.
Yeah.
He was just straight up with it though. Like,
That's
wow.
crazy. There's one thing like locking her out of the room. Was it locking her out of the room?
Kicked her out of the room.
Kicked you
Yeah,
out of the room.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon he was loud about it as well? Like just he just got the
Obnoxious
Sorbolene.
ass.
Like,
Imagine in this day and age when you've got like the VR shit now and he's like, babe, get out.
yeah. And he puts
get
the
out, get
surround sound.
Of her,
3 hours.
of her own bedroom too.
Wowzers,
Her
man.
own
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And bringing up the porn star specifically and being like, I couldn't resist.
It's
Like,
crazy.
you guys are too honest, man.
That's wild.
Wow.
Okay. My ex used to have a collection of my dirty underwear in his drawer and he would sniff them. I'd take my underwear off to go for the shower and he'd literally snatch them off the floor and pocket them.
Wait.
He's like a little
Okay.
elf.
Okay. I can see. Okay, listen.
Not dirty.
it's
though.
fine.
No.
No.
Like
I
a
go,
little rat.
I go
I'm just
home
saying.
and Joey's drawer is full of my undies at home.
Oh, no.
Listen.
No.
It's fucked up. But I'm just saying, if you're that girl,
Yeah.
do you have to ever question that guy's love for her?
Yes.
Hey, to be like, hey, do you know that whole like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best?
Nah.
Sniff
No.
your partner's undies for long enough, right? You have curry one night,
Joey.
you have fucking Taco Bell, whatever. And this
Hang on,
guy's
skid
still
marks.
there. He's still a tentative boyfriend, probably, but he has this one little. It's not smoking, it's not vaping. It's just
Sniffing dirty undies.
That's disgusting.
Nah, man, because that could lead to weirder shit in the
Yeah.
future. That's, I think, the big problem there.
That's
it's like
very strange
it co-
tendency.
Yeah, that's like
Obsessive.
That's like and he's a guy who like then like sexually assaults her later down
Makes
the
a doll
track.
out of her hair. And
Scenario. You
Okay.
catch me, right? Before you put in your clothes, I'm just like, and whatever, I'm in the bedroom and you go, hey,
Yes.
Joey. And I'm like, and you know it's the ones you just went to the gym to this morning and you hadn't showered since later that afternoon, so you've been chilling and moisturizing inside those undies.
you stay?
However long. Are you like, what is your first reaction? Go to scene.
You've walked in the bedroom right
ready?
now. Action.
What the fuck are you doing?
I just love you so much that like I don't know if this fragrance of you in the depths.
I don't like this cut. Cut. No
He
more.
was giving a full slap.
I was gonna go
Nah,
into
man.
a monologue
Yeah, that-
of how it equated to my love.
that's
I was
a
gonna
weird-
steer from the pussy. I was gonna go from all the feelings, but you
That's
just
a
cut.
weird
I feel like you cut the
tendency.
scene too early. You cut the
No,
scene too early.
I didn't want to
Sorry.
hear it.
Joey's in his element.
I didn't want to hear it. Moving on.
Next.
Moving on.
Okay.
My ex cheated on me with men on Lecanto, which I think is maybe a gay...
Like a gay site.
Yeah. And also abused me, but his family always acted like I was the crazy one. So when I found out he was cheating on me with men, I showed his family crazy and sent the screenshots of him talking to the men to his family group chat.
Oh my god.
He would have made a good Roman.
I love that.
We need more men like him in this army. With men. But interesting fact, the book I'm currently reading, you got a bunch of I was going to say the F word. We got two homosexuals on there and they're kind of cheating
Two
on each
freaks.
other.
You were gonna say two
No,
freaks?
no, just
Bunch of freaks.
honest accident. two homosexuals and they're like cheating on each other's wives and shit. It's a juicy book. You might like it.
I actually read a book recently, and it was my first book that I read that had gay sex scenes in it. Can I just say it goes off?
Does it? What's the monologue like?
I'm not. We're Joey. Stop.
Yeah,
We're not doing this.
Sorry.
No, but
Give me a
it's,
scene.
He's throbbing. He's throbbing
no,
memory.
it's actually pretty juicy.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
right.
pretty juicy.
Yeah, it's crazy because I wish I had that thing where when I read it, I can see like the way the words they use that you're not used to, and you're like, ooh, like member refers to your penis as a member. It's like, and then but I can't visualize it. Like I feel like I'm an ape. I'm just spent too much time visualizing shit.
Yeah.
It's more like scenes, like proper scenes that I can see. But I get the appeal, but it's kind of like I feel like I can't access that part of my brain to fully enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
Well, I'll add that one to the list of books I will never read.
If anybody listening wants a book recommendation about that,
Yeah.
His girthy, throbbing
Hit me
cock
up.
filled my tight asshole with.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting next to her like, no, babe, just like
No thanks.
Okay.
All right. What's up, FireCast? It's Friendly Fire here, owner of Tripjacker Mafia Records, and we're very proud to announce our new sponsorship with the Hydro Grip. They have a BPA-free bottle, and they have a magnet on top of the bottle, so you can film your sets at the gym for content, social media, if you run a podcast yourself. As you can see here, the phone's sitting very securely on top of this magnet. Very stable when it's full or empty. Super secure magnet, stays hot for 12 hours or cold for 24 hours. And 10% of all sales go to the Sydney's Children's Hospital, which we find super dope. So be sure to go over there and purchase yourself a bottle. And don't be shy to let them know that you're coming from the FireCast community so we can all spread the love. Thank you.
A couple more. My ex broke up with me while I was in the hospital after trying to... This is kind of sad. While I was in the hospital trying to unalive myself after my mum had just committed suicide.
Oh.
So I posted his dick pic on his own Instagram and then changed his password.
wait, what did he do? What did he do?
So this girl, her ex-boyfriend broke up with her because she was in hospital after she just tried to
that's sad.
commit
wow,
suicide.
that's sad.
Obviously, her mum had just, passed away, and she was obviously really upset, tried to commit suicide.
That's
and
probably the worst out of all of them.
so to get back at him, she posted his own dick pic on Instagram
And change his password.
and then changed his password.
That's,
Hey, and the guy sniffing the underwear is a bad guy. Come on.
that's crazy.
Okay, he made me dye my hair blonde, in brackets, his ex was blonde, and then proceeded to call me by his ex's name when we had sex because it turned him on.
What?
I stayed.
What's wrong with this?
First of all, I want to know if that girl has some daddy issues or something. 'cause
Wowzers.
No
Wowzers.
sane woman, first of all, is even letting you dye her hair if she doesn't want to. You know what I mean?
See,
and then
No, girls will do it.
Yeah.
Really?
What's insane to me is that you can't even blame either sex because the guy's being a freak, but then the woman's being a freak for staying. So
Yeah.
it's like, what is happening there?
I think the three of us, it's hard to wrap our head around because all three of us are with pretty strong, independent women, right? If I know you or Rose or Chloe, if we told them to dye their hair, they'd be like, get fucked.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
talking about? You know what I mean?
she made me dye my pubes or something.
yeah.
But there are a lot of girls
Yeah.
out there that do go through emotional manipulation.
Yeah, true.
Like, you don't know, everyone's dynamic is different, and a lot of women aren't that strong, unfortunately. Okay, last one. My ex cheated on me, so I put prawn heads in his curtain rod
prawn heads.
because he'll never find them in the curtain rod.
That's a good one.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
that's
smart.
cunning.
I like that
Wow.
one. So yeah, that's the last one. I screenshotted quite a few from the thread.
Okay.
We can definitely bring it back. I think it's funny
like
because there's a lot of other threads that I found,
Yeah.
like co-worker edition, boss edition. I found some hilarious ones for like workplace.
Yeah, workplace would be fucking gnarly.
But yeah, some of them were so funny. So yeah, we'll definitely do that one again.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tori. And we'll call that the what corner?
How many corners?
How many corners are we going to
Must be a
have?
corner.
Everything has to be
To
a
be
corner on this show.
confirmed. To be confirmed.
Yeah,
We'll have a
TBA,
thing.
TBA.
It has to be the corner, right?
100%.
Well, while we're in here,
Yeah, we'll read off these questions and then we'll turn that fucker off.
I feel
for
like
a
we're
fucking-
in for another Bean Boozled round.
All right, we'll do a bean, do the anonymous, and then we'll turn that fucker off because
Yeah.
this time I'll go first. Tori Bemrose, can you please
You want to spin the wheel?
spin the wheel?
Spin the wheel.
all right, never mind. We're not doing these questions because they're fucking ass.
Oh, they all troll ones.
There's just two of them and they're fucking ass. So don't worry about it.
Okay, so Iggy, you got pink.
A pink one.
Like a light pink.
And what?
No, not that one. A lighter.
Lighter. What, like a
Yeah, it's,
Like
you know, it gets different when they have shades of a colour.
God damn, that stinks, man.
That one's either strawberry or dead fish.
Or asshole.
Ooh, dead fish.
Please be dead fish.
Is that a little yummy one?
I got strawberry.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Dylan?
Yeah.
I've done good so far. But it still tastes like ass.
So you don't know. Is it like,
That's
is it?
what, bro, it's because whatever smell that is fermenting the whole packet. That's what I don't...
It spoils
Yuck,
the package.
bro.
They could all be ass flavour, and we're like, oh, that's strawberry.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a peachy coloured one. It's supposed to be peach or barf. So look for like a...
Like, what does it look like? Like a peach.
I don't know. Like that.
Nah, that's so bad.
Oh, what?
So peach or barf?
Yeah, peach or barf.
Or
I
vomit.
think that's the right one.
He's got peach.
Oh,
Surely.
that stings.
That's not peach, man.
Is it barf or does it taste like dead fish? I feel like you might have pulled...
The whole packet's spoiled. Doesn't matter what you get. The whole packet's fucked.
Okay, Joey.
They're off. They're off.
It does. It expires in September.
I don't know what that tastes like.
I don't think you could ever tell if these are off.
They're not off, motherfucker. I opened the packet fresh today,
They're
man.
all off fiends, bro.
Okay, Joey, the green.
Oh, yuck. That tasted like fucking
Like a
ass.
dark green.
Tastes like fucking ass, man.
Green. It's supposed to be juicy pear or booger.
This?
Yeah, that's a boog. That's a boogie. Phil wraps his tongue around that and shit.
What's the other one? Booger or what?
Juicy pear.
It's juicy pear, but it still tastes like shit. No,
But juicy pear.
juicy pear. Okay,
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, that was bad flavor.
that's bad, man. That's ass.
Stuck in my teeth and shit.
Icky.
It fucked up police stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
most traumatic or crazy fucking police stories. I only got 2 of them because they're fucking too long, honestly. This one says, it wasn't all I ever saw, but certainly the worst. My career was effectively ended by a lady that got hit by a car. It basically ripped her whole face off except her eyes, basically from the nose down. You could see her vocal cords. She was convulsing on the ground and a crowd of people were standing around her. I was first there and she was still alive. There was absolutely nothing I could do for her at that point. It was obvious she was bleeding out. I got down on the pavement, straddled her in my arms and told her she would be okay, while I tried to stop some of the bleeding. I knew I was lying, but I wanted her to not feel alone and scared when she died. She passed in my arms as the medics showed up. They worked on her a bit, but they caught it before the chopper landed. 2 weeks later, I quit. I've had severe PTSD since. I drink a lot to self-medicate. I go to therapy. I've lost almost all of my friends and several jobs. I take pills every day for depression. Sorry for the vivid description, but you asked.
Yeah, that I feel like that
He
got...
says, I can still smell it, see it.
Oh,
The works.
Yeah, see, holding someone that's far gone and going, everything's going to be okay, you're like, meanwhile, half her face is hanging off. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That shit, you forget that shit happens. They have to put up with so much shit.
So much shit. So much.
Them and paramedics would be crazy.
this is a good one if this is real. My dad was on the SWAT team back in the 80s. This guy robbed and murdered a woman who was servicing ATMs at the time. He fled into the forest. It was dark. The area was surrounded by police and they moved in. They found him laying on the ground. His pistol was in his mouth and his thumb in between the hammer of the gun. So probably sitting there like this, right? Not wanting the man to escape justice by taking the easy way out, my dad asked his superior officer if he could shoot his hand. The sergeant gave him the okay, so my dad took out his shotgun and shot him in the hand.
So it took his hand right off.
Took his hand right off with the gun, and the man ended up losing his thumb, but obviously he didn't shoot himself. I respect that decision. That's like a quick thinking, like,
how do you
stop
shoot
him
someone hand that's with a shotgun that's
with a
so
shotgun? There would have been.
I feel like I would have shot him straight in the head.
There would have been
like,
definitely
by misaiming.
Well, it actually depends.
That's
If you
crazy,
got a
man.
muzzle on it, it can really
Yeah.
concentrate the pellets. But I don't know.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
a hard shot to hit with a shotgun.
And I feel like if you shoot the guy's hand with the gun might go off anyway.
no, because he's got to squeeze the trigger.
Did you see the clip? I seen a clip of a dude on a podcast. This like unknown rapper guy, some idiot. He's on the podcast. He's got a gun in his pocket. and they're doing the podcast, and he's playing with his pocket, and he shoots. He shoots through his leg in his jeans and his face, bro. They're like,
what a dumb. Well, he shot his leg, or it just goes off.
No, it looks like it shoots through his pants and hits the floor. But
I'd be so awkward with the gun, bro.
What a dumbass.
They're fucking idiots over there, eh?
All right, Joey, give us yours.
Staking out one of LA's homeless killers, the Skid Row stabber. This one has specifically targeted men who appeared to be homeless. So my dad was part of a task force that would assign one officer a night to be the bait. He remembers tearing up his clothes, putting them on, rolling around in the dirt, and then on the street, finally pouring a cheap bottle of whiskey out on them. He never washed his outfit, so it just got progressively nastier while he was on the task force. He would then lie down in one of the killer's known preferred areas with his backup revolver, because of the size, underneath his body. He said he did actually manage to fall asleep a couple of times, but mostly even knowing there were a handful of nearby officers waiting for him to start screaming. He was too scared to do anything but lie there and shiver. So basically, he was just part of a task force that would try and set this killer up to attack.
They're trying to bait him.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the equivalent of a
like undercover
at a festival going, hey, you like pills?
yeah.
Trying to fucking entrap him or whatever. And there's another one when he was a supervisor. One of LA's endless car pursuits entered his division's territory. His officers joined the chase and then entered a new division as it kept going. He knew the supervisor on that division's patrol, so he had hopped in a car to head over to help coordinate the chase. By the time he got there, the chase had turned into a foot chase. He radioed over to the other supervisor to meet him in the station parking lot as he listened to officers calling out updates on location. He had a gut feeling, and as he and the supervisor listened, started walking towards one of the walls. Sure enough, the suspect completely lost, hopped over the fence, literally caught the guy in his arms as he came over. So he literally just got lost and was just jumping over fences and just straight in their arms. My dad used to be a cop for like 31 years at Blacktown.
Yeah? What did he see? You see anything fucked up?
Yeah. So he was in a shootout once.
Wow.
And first of all, there was two different shootouts, and one he will often tell me is he was in a shootout, but he was running. They were chasing after these guys, and then around the corner, they ended up being like running the other way because they had to fall back.
Yeah.
And then the more backup was coming, and then because like some of them were in undercover and stuff, they were getting shot at by police for a few moments, and then they had to like take cover after like getting almost friendly fired.
Yeah. Wow.
There was also someone crazy with his wife and horrific stuff, but he pulled off with her and like he was beating her up, and then like when they noticed the cops were in, threw her in the car, a mad chase, right? And then they didn't get to her in time, and he ended up unfortunately like killing her. But shit like that, you know what I mean? Or he was in a shootout once, and his friend from a high vantage point got shot. He was behind like a barricade or something or a car, and he got shot on a downward angle, shot in between there, went behind his eyes, right? Didn't hit anything of a vital, like that would kill him, came out here and somehow on some trajectory got shot in the face and the bullet exited and he survived.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, he survived. I think maybe stroke or something, but survived.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, fucking Chloe's cousin, he's freshly become a cop, and this kid's young, man. He's like, what? I don't know, like 20 something. He's young. He's only been a cop for maybe like 5 or 6 months, I think. And he's already seen, like, he was telling us at Christmas lunch, like dinner, the shit that he's already seen. So, you remember the killing in Kingswood, how the guy killed his parents?
Yeah.
He responded to that, and he said it was fucking horrific. I was like, bro. I'm like, you're going to need a therapist, man, because you're so young and you're already seeing murders and shit. I'm like, bro, that's going to...
No amount of NCIS can prepare for
Yeah,
that,
I'm like,
you know what I mean?
fuck. But yeah, he's already told me some gnarly stories,
Yeah.
man. Like car crashes and shit. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
And imagine, like, I know, like, cops in America are crazy, right? But imagine the shit we see here is nothing compared to imagine cops in America.
Oh.
That's not an excuse for some of the shit they do, right? But at the same time, you can understand why they're so trigger happy, because they would see
They're scared.
so much more shit.
Yeah.
Everyone else is strapped, you know what I mean?
Fucking oath.
But-
Give us another one, DZ.
This is my last one. I had a guy that slit his own throat after he got rejected by the girl he liked after she went to bed. There was so much blood everywhere. It's like he made a point to visit every single room multiple times as a last FU to her.
Oh my
Based on the clotting of the blood, it appeared that he slowly cut his neck over like an 8-hour period. I had an elderly lady jump off a bridge and left her 26-year-old autistic daughter at home with no one to take care of her. That was the most difficult death notification I've done. Morbid.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, nothing's really. It's not really
It's
like.
never fun. Yeah,
No.
it's all fucked up.
There's a cop who was a part of a dive team. The company does water rescues, and we have a dive unit. We were called out to a river down the road to help the police. So I don't know if he means like he's like a separate unit, but they were helping the police search for wanted suspect. The guy was high on PCP, crashed his car through a fence, and then he ended up still driving and then crashing into like an embankment. He jumps out the car, jumps in the river. He tries to swim, but the river eventually takes him under and he never resurfaces. Found him at the bottom of the river dead.
Makes.
Nice.
So that's diving and you're literally looking for a dead body. That's fucked.
That's fucked. Imagine that. Like, and the pay isn't like they recently got a pay bumper here in Australia, cops in Australia. But even then, it's like some of the shit they see, I'm like, but then you see them guys in the patrol car and they're just kind of chilling on the side of the freeway and you're like, what are you doing in there? You know what I mean? You're just beating off to, like, what are you doing? Like, with the windows are
Playing Angry
tinted.
Birds.
Once got a cognitively impaired kid, about 16. He was flashing his junk in a local park. When I caught up to him and confronted him, he had a headset on and no pants, hard as pine wood. I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Won't mention the baseball team." He said they just scored again. I said, "My man, baseball's out of season." He said, "I know, this is the 78th season." After cuffing him and tucking him away, I grabbed his phones and sure as shit, he had an MP3 file with every baseball game from 78 for for that team. He knew every baseball start for every player that matters on the team through the year of 2016. Still to this day, it was the craziest thing I've ever encountered. I mean, when you get people that are cognitively impaired and they're naked, first of all, that's weirder than the next step down is an old man at a public pool naked, you know what I mean? And he's got dementia. You know what I mean? At what point are you like, you know, you got to show them care, but this guy's just like hard. And you're like...
I just grab him by the dick. Let's go, mate. fucking steer the cunt around.
Yeah.
Fuck
How many hand jobs have you actually had in this life? Go on, mate.
This is my last one. I was only new a month or so from finishing my training. Me and my partner get a call around 2 a.m. for an off-duty police officer who was suicidal, intoxicated. He was driving up the interstate with a loaded firearm. Me and my partner observed the vehicle driving north. We pulled up behind it, activate our lights to try to pull him over. As soon as he's seen the lights, we see him pull his pistol out and shoot himself in the head.
Ooh.
While he's driving.
Fuck.
Fucking hell.
Okay. So I feel like that segment was one of the most depressing we've
Yeah,
done.
that was... Well, I mean, if you can think, if you're going to ask a cop, a fiery, or an ambo their worst story, it has to do with death.
Yeah.
Surely, right?
Has to.
That's what
Surely.
the job is. Yeah.
You'd have to just get so desensitized to like the shit they find funny would be like daunting to us. I feel like the joke about they'd have to like joke about something. You know the old thing: if you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
Like
dark
you got to
humor.
try to make something out of
My
what you're dealing with.
father-in-law's a nurse, man. He's seen some crazy shit too. He's been like attacked by like people with knives and shit. He's fucking seen gnarly shit. Yeah.
So you say nurse, and I'm like, I'm good because everyone that is around me is injured, and
Yeah.
they want my help.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm sweet, but you get some crazy
The
people.
junkies. You get nurses, the paramedics and shit, they get the junkies.
Yeah,
man.
you feed a
Yes,
junkie,
yeah.
he'll stab you for some more crack. You know what I mean?
They're crazy.
It was like that paramedic, I think it was last year or the year before, that was killed in Blacktown or whatever it was because he was responding to a job. I need to look up the exact details, but the person that he was responding to help ended up killing him.
Wow.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah, and he was quite young too. It was all over the news and everything.
That's so sad.
There's that story too. It was in a couple years ago. They called the cops up. I think it was in North Queensland or something. They called the cops to
And
this
they
area.
started shooting
and
at them,
They
yeah.
lured them out and they killed the cops.
Yeah.
They called the cops out to lure random cops out and they killed him. It was
Yeah.
big news. Maybe 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I remember that. That's so sad as well, man. There's video. There's like they got the body cam footage.
Actually,
of that.
there is. Yeah, and doesn't he pull out a knife?
No,
or
I
some-
think you guys
a
are
knife?
talking about two different instances.
Oh, sorry.
Dylan's talking about
when they go out in the bush.
Dylan's
my
talking
bad.
about that one. This
Yeah.
is a house call where
This
the guy
calls
pulls
into
out
house.
a knife.
And you see the body cam, and he goes, "Hey mate, how are you?" He goes, "Yeah, good yourself." The guy that called him, "Yeah, good yourself." He goes, "Yeah." But first of all, the guy's walking up to him with one hand behind his back.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, and then he goes, boom, and tries to, and then he calls out, I've been stabbed, like,
I think I've seen, but he survived. Though.
He survived.
It was a young kid, right?
Yeah.
It was a 20-year-old.
Oh, sorry, I know what you're talking about. The full shootout where he had to wait and hide.
Yeah, the shootout.
Because some of them got killed or whatever.
They all got killed, I think.
All got killed? Oh, even the guy with the body cam footage?
I think they all got killed.
Oh,
I don't know. It was a
true.
big story.
Yeah,
What was
okay.
it called? It was big news.
It was in
It
Queensland.
was like 3 cops or something.
Yeah, but because I remember seeing that and I'm like, oh my God, it's not like in the movies. Like, I like to think I'd be like Rambo in this bitch. I can't even handle a gun, but I'm like, we're watching, I don't know, whatever we watch that involves a high speed thing and something that I know I don't have in me to do, and they don't do the thing that I think I would do. I'd be like, you fucking pussy.
Yeah,
man.
I would've done this.
And I'm like, but I would be that boring guy that's just like, he went that way. Like, I'd be camping, you know what I mean? I'd be the COD version of a camper. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, the one that Dylan was talking about, this is in 2022.
yes.
3 people who killed 2 Queensland police officers and a neighbour in December last year executed a religiously motivated terrorist attack.
What's it called? It has a name, the incident or some shit.
I don't know. Wiambilla shootings?
Yeah, I think that's the
I don't know.
William
That's
Butler,
the town.
And it was out in their
Yeah.
acreage, wasn't it? Their
Yeah.
property.
Yeah,
So they
they
kind of
lured 'em
knew
out.
the lay
Yeah.
and the land.
Yeah, it was
It's kind of sick, isn't it?
executed a planned attack that was directed at police. They shot Constable blah and 2 of them and the neighbour. So yeah, 2 police officers and 1 neighbour on December 12th.
That's so sad because that can happen to any cop anytime. You get called, you don't know what the fuck you're walking into.
Yeah, man. Respect for all the police out there.
It's a tough job.
I feel like if you're one of those guys or women that, especially when you grow up, if your attitude is like, fuck those pigs, like it's always a joke in Aussie to be like, oh, the pigs, or whatever, but it's like, if you're actually triggered by cops, it's like, you're clearly either at least running up speeding fines at the minimum. Like if you're in the only way you are triggered is if you're constantly having run into the police. Otherwise, do you really give a shit?
I think that depends. I think if you're in America and a person of colour, I think it's a different scenario, personally.
Oh, no, I'm talking about,
If you're
I'm
talking about
more
Australia,
Australia,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for here though, for the police here, I feel like they don't overdo it here.
No, the cops here are good, man.
You know what I mean? Like, I
fuck.
don't know. If you don't treat them like a dickhead,
Yeah, like they
you know.
Did you see that video I sent you of the UK police montage of the
Yeah,
guns?
that's what happens when they don't have guns because they don't have guns. They get treated like shit.
Oh, is that the guy just trying to talk him out of like? He's like, don't touch me or whatever.
It's like 5 different videos of just people treating the cops like shit. And then
Yeah,
there's the
like
one who's like,
imbeciles.
he said I'm aggressive. Excuse me. I'm a female police
She
officer.
sounds like a fucking man.
And I find that offensive.
Fucking hell. Was that it for Reddit?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
think we should do another Bean Boozled.
Yeah.
We should.
Give me these hats,
Let's
boy.
flick that bean.
And the guy's like, you. Yeah. I'm a female police officer.
She gets right up to the
And
camera.
I find that offensive.
Hey, the one thing that triggers me, I was talking to Tori the other day, the one thing that triggers me for New Year's, the New Year's time is like, you know, that people do that the annual post. It's like, and just like that, the 2024 year has come to an end. And it's like a montage of, and you're just like hoping to be that one friend that gets half a second in that video. And then you're like, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But then you're like, it's such a standard thing to post.
Yeah.
Or like from mine to yours, we were talking about like, I've probably done it in my time, right? Do you know how much Facebook embarrasses you with memories and
Yeah.
stuff? It's the shit you post.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's such a from mine to yours thing. And like, we've all been guilty of it, but it's just like,
Oh, me.
it's the same
Not
kind of
me.
thing. I've never done that. Like, I've never done that from 2024. It comes to
It's
an
just
end.
funny, like everyone thinks anyone gives a fuck about
Yeah.
you.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
It's-
Literally nobody gives a fuck
Especially
about you.
not being on like socials like we once were.
Yeah.
I feel like the curtain's kind of lifted as to like, I used to put so much importance in. It is important in terms of promoting, but I'm saying if it's not for promotion and it is your life and it's nothing to do with income or financial gain, it's just kind of your
Personal.
thing. You are caught up in thinking that everyone is like, you're at home, right? You're busy doing trading, working, this, that, you know, watering yours and close relationship. And I'm thinking, if I don't post at 5:30 p.m., right? How's Iggy gonna double tap my picture
just for
Or
30 likes,
If I film, I used to be one of those guys that used to go to the gym and used to go 200 grams of rice, 200 grams of chicken, 100 grams of veggies with seasoning, Frank's hot sauce, and I'm like, No one cares.
I've said this 1,000 fucking times, especially this is great for the music. I say it 1,000 times and I'm going to keep repeating myself in 2025 until you imbeciles listen. None of us care about your music, man. We don't give a fuck, right? So the second you all learn that, I promise you will make better music. Because there's a lot of people who you can tell they're doing it for the socials, and then because I used to be that guy too with my music, because I was so busy trying to sound like this guy or this guy, and then you got to learn, bro. Like none of us care.
Yeah.
And then I promise you, once you get that through your fucking brain, you will make better music. And then with anything, you probably have a better life. You'll be a bit more free and a bit more, more chill and relaxed because no one cares. Like it's almost, again, man, it's like Josh Smith said a while ago, man, 8 years ago on FireCast. It's almost to the point where you care so much about what people think of you that you don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He said that, man, and I didn't understand what he meant. But now, a couple of years later, I'm like, fuck, that motherfucker's smart.
Yeah.
We got to get that fucker back on, man. He's a smart motherfucker, man. That episode with him is
I haven't been on a pod with him.
Nuts.
Tori knows, you fucking Josh. He's a man.
He's a smart motherfucker.
Funny, weird dude, man. I seen him not too long ago.
Funny, weird dude.
Yeah,
that's the biggest compliment in Australia. Like a funny, weird dude.
We're all fucking weird.
Is he still with his girlfriend?
Yeah, they're still together. He's doing well, man. He's doing real well. But it's different a bit what we're talking about, the social media. If you have a business or you have something you're promoting, then it makes sense to do. From mine to yours, I get it. You're trying to be a business. Yes. But then when you're fucking Caleb who fucking works at fucking Audi and then every night you're posting like those, you're posing and shit, like, you know what I mean? And you're like, from mine to yours, like, and you say captions and shit, or you put the song lyrics in the caption. It's like,
you have 365 days to better yourself.
It's like, come on, son. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's eat one of these.
Spin me a bean. Spin me a bean.
Okay. Hold on.
These fucking stink.
I love them.
Well, that was a good one.
It smells like sweat.
On them.
Sweaty sock.
We've already done this one.
Do it till we have a new one.
Yeah, because there's ones we haven't done. Top banana or wet dog.
Wet
what
dog.
colour? Yellow?
Yellow, yeah. For fuck's sake.
I caught it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking bitch. For fuck's sake. You fucking
Cut that out. Cut that out.
I'm leaving that in.
Cut that out. Oh, is it
That's
wet
wet
dog?
dog.
No, you got to swallow
I
it.
can't eat that.
Swallow it.
Swallow it like a pill
Swallow
with your
it
drink.
like a
Wash it
good
down with
girl.
your drink.
Swallow it. Be a good girl.
Spitters are quitters. Let's go.
Be a good girl. Wow. You whispered it in the mic and be a good girl.
Good girl.
That is so bad, bro.
Close the lid when we're not picking
I
a bean,
know, he was
bruh,
opening
please.
the board. I'm like, it's wafting
Everything we
everywhere.
could have played.
He was wafting it over to you. All right, what colour?
Alright,
spin
do
for
it,
him.
do it.
Spin for him.
I've already done that one.
God, they
Oh, here you
fucking
go.
stink, man.
This is Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. This is a white one. Like
Blanco.
White.
Like translucent or like transparent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, go.
Oh,
Okay, that was Stinky Socks.
I don't know, but it's not good,
Stinky
man.
socks or what?
It, it doesn't taste as bad as stinky socks.
So it's just tutti frutti then.
Like if you got
Oh,
that-
no, that's stinky socks, bro. Oh, fuck. I've just swallowed them whole way.
Yeah, some
Nah, I'm savouring
Like
them.
a
I'm like,
seagull.
what is this?
I think there's one that we haven't done. I might just give you that one, babe. Oh, well, I ended on it anyway. So this is like dark pink.
Dick.
Okay.
What did I say?
dick flavored or dark chocolate.
Sorry, no, what
It's
is
a big
Please be
fat
dick
black
flavoured,
one.
please.
Look at that.
Sorry.
Why is it?
Dark. It's dark. I didn't say dick.
It
did
sounded
I?
like you were
about to, sorry.
You went
sorry.
Okay.
Okay, dark pink. So it's like a dark pink color.
It's
Dark dick.
Dark. Let me see. I think it's that one that you've got in your hand.
It's dick or blue waffle.
Come on. Let me see.
or chlamydia.
Pomegranate or old bandage.
Old bandage.
Yes, it's that one. Yeah.
Yes.
You can trust the news girl. You can trust. Only believe what we say.
Shall we eat a bean?
Let's eat a bean to start, shall we?
Okay.
Spin for Joey quickly. Oh, close the lid till you have to pick one.
Fighting someone with a sword would be sick, eh?
All right, black.
So much more brutal.
Black, you got a big black
Licorice or burnt rubber.
I'm not doing that. That's Joey's. Yeah.
bean. Oh, they
Burnt
fucking
rubber.
stink.
That's burnt rubber.
All right, Dylan, yours.
Oh my god, spot on. That's burnt rubber, and I've never eaten burnt rubber.
Dylan, yours is light pink. Someone tell the man what's light pink.
The free blind mice.
No, this.
Yes, that one that Joey's got. And that's supposed to be it says 3 actually. Strawberry, banana smoothie, or dead fish.
Please be dead fish. Please.
Are you sure it says 3?
Yeah, strawberry. Oh, it's strawberry banana smoothie is one.
Oh, that's nice.
Banana smoothie.
That's strawberry. Oh, that's nice.
All right.
That tastes hectic.
Iggy, you got yellow. Top banana or wet dog.
That's actually a good one.
Oh, do you want a different one?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize you got yellow before. Brown, cappuccino or liver and onions.
That one was good, man.
Is there a darker one in there? Or are they all that shade of brown?
Nah, they're all that shade.
Yeah, the one Joey's got. Do the one Joey's got.
It's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, sorry, it looked different.
It's poo.
Get ready for the kidney and onions.
If this is kidney and onions, I'm gonna
Liver and
I'm
onions.
spitting it in your direction. But fucking shit is.
I've
gang.
actually had liver and onions. I fried up sheep. I used to eat like sheep liver. Not like regularly,
It's not-
but like...
Are you sure it's
well-
not just cappuccino, Iggy?
Well, in our family, they eat chinchulina all the time. It's fucking intestine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking gross, bro. I don't like that shit.
I need
if you-
water.
if
I
you
can't
cook it-
swallow it.
Yeah, hydro grip.
Yeah.
If you cook it up with enough onion, enough garlic, you can mask anything.
Well, in news, recent news, Justin Trudeau
just swallowed the
resigned.
Huh?
Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau resigned. Prime Minister of Canada announced his resignation. Everyone
why?
hates him. He's been in power for 9 years
Oh.
because he's an idiot and he's a very left wing and he does all this dumb
See,
stupid
as soon
shit.
as Trump's now in, everyone's going.
Everyone's
Fuck,
flipping.
I
Like,
need to
did you
bail.
see
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg? What Mark Zuckerberg said? Everyone's
Nah.
literally flipping to the right. Like
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg said, they're getting rid of fact checking on Facebook and Instagram because it's so biased and politically left.
Yes.
That they're getting rid of fact checking and they're going to introduce community notes like Elon Musk has on Twitter.
Yeah, good.
So like they're literally all
Right.
like fucking turning a little bit.
If you actually lean that far left, you're a fucking spastic. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
to say it. Like, you can't think that way and think it's normal. It's weird as shit.
Yeah.
It's not even right that they're going. They're just going to the middle. But they've been so far left for so long, it seems like
Yeah.
they're going far right. But
Yeah.
it's just literally the middle.
We're just in
Yeah.
the middle,
Like-
yeah. But everyone goes, "Oh, you're fucking right." It's like, not really. We can kind of see every side of the coin, but you're so far left that you
Yeah.
go, "Oh my god!" Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
They say it about Joe Rogan all the time. I see comments all the time. Joe Rogan spews left-wing BS. I'm like, bro, he used to be a lifelong fucking, liberal. Like, he was a liberal dude. But it's just, they've gone so crazy.
Yeah, it's
Joe Rogan's
silly.
just common sense. He just says common sense. He sees both sides. He tries to be objective. But to everyone, they don't even watch the show. They just see the headlines and like, oh, he's right-wing. He's a fucking fascist.
Yeah.
He's a racist. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, shut up, man.
Yeah.
Like,
is there anything on that, Tori? Why did he dresses like a? He looks like a fucking
yeah, he's a tool.
like a Nazi. What's with the long cloak and the gloves and shit?
I'm just looking.
Well, Canada's cold. The other guy's way better. Pierre Polivier, he'll probably win.
Pierre Polar
Yeah.
Bear. A Pierre Polar Bear.
Yeah, but he's been in power for 9 years.
Yeah,
Trudeau.
Yeah, just said under growing pressure from his own party, he has announced he'll step down and end his 9-year stretch as leader.
So he's got people in his own party going, listen.
Yeah.
we
His
need-
approval rating is terrible, and they're heading into an election, and it's really favoured the other way. It's sort of similar in Australia too. Albanese is looking like he's going to lose pretty bad. So
But
they're like
who, wait, yeah. So who's going for it now?
Dutton or Albanese in our
See,
country.
I don't even know.
They're both a bit
Wow.
spastic, but it's Australia's a joke.
Yeah.
Australia, they both it's like Jezza said once. Both the parties are pretty similar, but
Yeah, we're all
they're
like,
not that different.
Nothing changes. We
Yeah.
all still go to work. We all still get
Yeah.
fucking a 9 to 5
We're
wage.
blessed. We are blessed,
Yeah,
but-
people act like it's a big deal. It's
Yeah.
not. Like
Yeah.
people go, oh, we have to vote them because they said they're going to cut the tax reductions and this, and then it's like, okay, if he wins, are you still going to go to work? Oh yeah. If he wins, is anything going to really change? Are you going to get a pay rise? Are you going to lose money? Oh, not really. Well, then shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
You can't care that much if it doesn't affect you
Exactly,
at all.
exactly.
It's kind of like when you talk about people and it doesn't affect you at all, and you're like, why are you focusing on that person or that topic? You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Let me do the good old, because I just love this dude. I'm gonna stop saying his name as well, because he is my biggest news source. And if you guys know the news source, then you won't listen to the FireCast, true? So this is where the FireCast gets the news from. I'm going to play this video. So far, all the stuff that's happened.
I think everyone knows this guy.
No. No one knows this guy.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
So
but
do I.
Everyone knows.
No.
Everyone knows
the
this
listeners,
dude, bro.
no, because you guys are on the show. The listeners are normies. They don't know
I'm
this
telling
guy.
you, I promise you they know who this guy
They don't know who this guy
is.
is. All right, here we go. So this is all the stuff that's happened so far. The first week of 2025, actually. So we're a little bit late because we've had holidays, right?
So, I just got back, and I can already tell it's gonna be a long year. 3 hours into 2025, we had the horrific New Orleans attack where 15 people lost their lives. A police officer in Zambia got drunk and set free 13 prisoners to go and celebrate New Year's. Oh, and also that night in Hawaii, a lit bundle of fireworks tipped over and shot into crates of more fireworks, causing a huge explosion which killed 3 women and injured more than 20. The very next morning at around 8 a.m., we had the Cybertruck explosion in Las Vegas. New York became the first US city to implement congestion charges, and now car drivers will pay up to $9 a day. The donkey that inspired Eddie Murphy's character in Shrek died at 30. The world's oldest person died at 116. Aubrey Plaza's husband, Jeff Baina, passed away at only 47. Scientists discovered the largest dinosaur footprint site ever found in the UK, dating back 166 million years. You could potentially claim up to $100 back from Apple because they agreed to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing Siri of routinely recording private conversations. And finally, the US are now bracing for what could be the worst winter storm in over a decade, putting 30 out of 50 states under weather alerts, and some are even declaring states of emergency.
So I'll tell you what Iggy just done, right?
Secret, that was our
Iggy
secret news source.
Iggy literally just went, you know what? This is the blurb of the news corner. I just went, boom.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So did any of you have any of those?
All
down?
of those were the
I had the
topics.
New York one, the congestion. Yeah.
Actually, no.
He
One
missed
of
a few
mine.
things that happened.
One of mine weren't. But first of all, can we first brush up on these dinosaur footprints? I know we're going from one to the other, but those dinosaur footprints, archaeologists in the UK found them, right? And they think that seeing footprints you can tell from seeing them even how fast they were traveling back then when on foot, right? And me and Tori were talking about it the other day, and like briefly, and Tori was like, what? How? Because it dates back 166 million years ago, 165. How do they know?
Yeah, how
you know
do
what I mean?
they
Like,
know that though?
it's like them and chiropractors. I look at their trades and I go, "Are you a real thing?" You know what I mean? But I know it has to be real, right? Paleontology, it's a thing, right? But
how do they know?
how do they know? And then who's to say someone didn't fuck with them and just go, "Oh no, they wouldn't have grabbed like a shaped thing that kind of resembled a foot."
A cookie cutter.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
a big-
actually, I guess maybe, but the spacing of the footsteps, they could probably go, okay, if they're closer together, obviously it's a bit more of a hurry. If they're
Yes.
far as, it's a big as thing going.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they can do it, but it is, I don't know.
So paleontologists use a variety of methods to study dinosaur footprints, including measuring, which is width, length, and the shape of the footprint.
Yep.
Comparison to footprints of the feet of living animals. They analyze the mud that the footprints are embedded in.
That's crazy.
They take measurements from photographs and they create 3D images.
That's sick.
You know
Yeah.
what I don't
So
get?
it turns
about
out it is
this
a real
shit?
thing.
Right? So they step in the mud, right? In that time period, they step in the mud, and then it stays like that for 500
Maybe they weigh
million
that
years.
much?
So but you step in mud today. What happens when you step in mud and leave a footprint? Does it fucking stay there for two fucking
I mean,
years?
if it's untouched, yeah, maybe.
But how's it untouched though? Weather happens, dust lands on it, settles, animals come across. Well, so what? This dinosaur stepped in that fucking spot, and it's stayed there enough for fucking 200 million fucking years.
Because it'd go hard. The mud would go hard. When mud goes hard, it's like
I guess
it's like a hard cock. It's
I
not
know what
going
you're
down.
saying, Daisy. It's like
I
You
get
know
it.
what
though.
I'm saying?
yeah.
But-
Like all those years of erosion, dust storms, and then maybe who knows the ground could have shifted or just decayed a little bit more. But
Yeah, it's bizarre.
YouTube idea. We're gonna go do paleontology. We're gonna go look for footprints.
Well, speaking of paleontology and stuff, I saw one of the points I had written down was they found the most well-preserved mammoth ever in Siberia just recently. It's like a fucking
I've seen that.
50,000-year-old mammoth or something. It looks like
a proper
it's,
mammoth.
It's right there, man. Like
Yeah.
you could see everything.
50,000-year-old baby mammoth
Yeah.
carcass.
A baby mammoth carcass.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at it.
Yeah,
That's
shit.
crazy.
That's a
man.
mammoth, man. How crazy is that?
It was found thawing in a permafrost in the remote Yucatia
Siberia, right?
of Siberia during the summer. They say Yana, who has been named after the river basin where she was discovered, is the world's best preserved carcass, weighing in at over 100 kilos and measuring 120 centimeters tall and 200 centimeters long. She's estimated to have only been about 1 year old when she died.
You know, I seen
100
I seen
kilos.
one of these motherfucking things at the museum one time. They had an exhibition at Sydney. They had one of the best preserved mammoths before they found this one at the Sydney Museum, I think. I'm pretty sure I went there and had a look at it.
It also says just last month, scientists in the same region showed off the remains they found of a partial mummified body of a saber-toothed cat thought to be just under 32,000 years old.
That'd be cool. Saber-toothed cats always made me like Ice Age was the first movie.
Diego.
Seeing Diego, the saber-tooth.
I love this preservation shit, man. It's so fascinating, bro.
Yeah.
Like that thing was alive. Like
Yeah, hard.
50,000
Is that what it
years
looked
ago.
like? Is that what it looked like? The
This-
saber-tooth?
Yeah.
So it was more hairy than I imagined. Like longer fur.
Yeah, well, think of it. If they're in the Ice Age, it
Yeah, I'm thinking
needs
of
that.
literally of the cartoon, like
Yeah,
Diego. I'm thinking, that's great. Imagine that thing creeping up again. It's not just
Wow.
a tiger, but it's like its fangs are like
It's cool, eh?
so.
They're still discovering this stuff, which is crazy. Like 2025, they're still making these kinds of fucking discoveries.
And they're just going to make
Wild.
more with the way
Yeah.
that technology's going.
That's
Like, who
fucking
knows
sick.
what's out there still?
That's so
Crazy.
cool. What else? What else? Fucking was mentioned there.
There was the New York City
The new,
congestion.
I had that.
Yeah.
written
Okay.
down,
What
man.
I was going to ask that. What does that mean?
It's pretty much just like tolls.
Oh,
like,
so these guys
sort
are
of.
20 years late. to
No,
everything,
not
eh,
not
these
really. It's
cunts.
not really like tolls though. It's in the most congested areas of New York City. The people that are driving to try to deter people from driving, I guess it's kind of like a
It's
toll.
kind
but
of like it's during peak times, so they need to pay a fee of $9. There's an off-peak fee of $2.50 between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. on weekdays, and 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. on weekends. The fee for smaller trucks is $14.50, while
tolls.
larger. So it's similar to toll.
So
I get what you're
I
saying.
get, but it's not really like you enter the road.
Yeah,
and
no,
pay
it's
the
not.
toll.
It's not
It's
tolls.
like an area.
It's not tolls for where you're driving. It's
Yeah.
tolls for the time that you're driving.
essentially.
in the area. 'Cause, I guess it is kind of just like a toll. They're making it sound like it's some revolutionary.
But I think it is to them though, because they don't have. I don't think they have.
They'd
toll.
have private roads for sure.
Yeah, but Americans get fucked in every other way
Yeah, in
possible.
every way.
So now this is just another thing.
I'm
that
sure they
gotta
got
pay
private
for.
roads.
They're fucking imbeciles. When's Trump in? Is he in yet?
20th.
So Americans pay tolls on some roads, bridges, and tunnels. They have toll roads in California, Florida, New York, Oklahoma, and some bridges like the Golden Gate.
Yeah.
So they do, but I just don't think it says that toll payment methods vary by state. I don't think they're as common as here.
Yeah, because here it's every other fucking road.
Exactly.
Did you guys hear about the fucking Trump's really ramping up his bids to buy Greenland and fucking he wants to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Oh shit!
He wants to buy Greenland. He's really serious.
Why does he want
He's
Greenland?
talking about Canada being the 51st state as well. Like actually, seriously, like this stuff. I reckon my prediction, he will get Greenland. I reckon.
Why though? Why
So
Greenland?
Greenland is currently under Danish rule. So Denmark owns Greenland, right?
Yeah.
And the Danish prime minister and shit has said that it's not for sale, whatever. And they've tried to buy Greenland before. Trump's not the only president that has showed interest. And because Greenland is right next to Russia here, it's the biggest island in the world. It's next to Russia up here. It's a good middle point between China on the other side of the world and Russia here, so they can detect missiles and everything from any threats. It's a good trade route, especially with the global warming, and there's new trade routes forming from the ice melting. So it's a very strategic location.
Okay.
The Prime Minister of Greenland, though, has said they've kind of been leaning a little bit more to independence, and they've wanted for a while to talk about independence. So it seems like Greenland is more open to being part of America than Denmark is. And during Trump's first term, he wanted to as well. He talked about it in his first term. But this time he's getting serious. Even with the Canada thing, he seems like a lot, the way people are talking about Canada being the 51st state of America, they're like, it's more. I thought he was joking at first, but they're getting serious. Like, because
why make them the 51st state?
Well, because it started with Trump threatened Canada and Mexico with tariffs. He's like, as soon as I get in office, because you guys keep letting people in through your borders and shit and drugs, we're going to give you a 25% tariff. And Justin Trudeau said, look, this will ruin Canada. Like, you can't, this is impossible. Like, you can't do this. So, and Trump's like, well, if you can't pay the tariff and shit, you can't afford, maybe you should be the 51st state. And he's like kind of joking. And he said that to Trudeau when they met and shit, had over dinner. But like, the whole talk about it is getting a bit more serious and it's like more plausible than people maybe think.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is probably more likely would be like a open passport. So like we have with New Zealand, right, where you can just come and go from Australia and New Zealand. I feel like maybe that might happen between Canada and America, where they can kind of have, but I really doubt it'll be the 51st state.
No.
If they did, it'd be like the second, I think it'd be the largest country. If they buy Greenland, which I think is way more plausible, it will be the second largest country.
If you buy Greenland, does that mean that's a part of the American states?
Yeah, like Hawaii and Alaska. Like,
Yeah.
like
true.
you know, so they bought Alaska from Russia in like the 1800s or something.
1867.
And same with Hawaii. They
Isn't it
acquired
crazy?
Hawaii.
Like you're buying places that aren't even like.
And when they get the state, they add the star to the flag.
Oh, wow.
Like Puerto Rico as well, currently is not a state, but it's a territory of America. So they've had referendums and shit to make Puerto Rico actually a state.
Yeah.
So that might happen too. And there might be, you know. But I predict in Trump's term, the maps will change. I reckon he might get Greenland or he's going to do some crazy, like big changes are coming. I feel it. Like
Yeah.
there's going to be big changes.
The commentary or the comments, I guess, from Denmark and Greenland says that they've both come out strongly against the idea that the Arctic nation can be purchased. They said, we are not for sale. We will never be for sale. We must not lose our years-long struggle for freedom. A former Prime Minister of Greenland said, I don't see anything in the future that would pave the way for a sale. You don't simply just buy a country or their people. So they're strongly against
It's
it.
a big pride thing, right?
But that's a former prime minister.
Yes,
though.
yeah. But the current Prime Minister did say...
Yeah, they did deny it, I saw. But I don't know. There's only about 52,000 people in Greenland or
What
something.
figure are they throwing at him?
Well,
what figure are they?
There's no figures, I don't think, yet.
There's no figure.
But they tried. Wasn't there what they used to pay?
You're just Google at this point, Dylan.
Yeah,
What do we need me
sorry.
for?
Sorry.
No, everything Dylan has said is correct. They did try at the end of World War II. The Truman administration offered Denmark $100 million for the island. But given that was a while ago, it would be substantially more now. But $100 million back when...
Wow, 100 million in the 40s is like 500 million now.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know what's kind of sus too is Greenland is like one of the best places in the world for world war. If a nuclear war breaks out, you want to go to Greenland. They also, I think, is it in Greenland where they have the seed vault? Or is that Iceland? I think in Greenland they have the seed vault where it's like this big vault that's built into a hill, big steel bunker thing, and they have like every type of plant, every type of seed. So if Earth gets destroyed, they repopulate.
Yeah.
Yes,
in Greenland, right?
I actually follow a girl on TikTok. It's in Svalbard, Svalbard, and she actually lives there. And I followed her for ages because it's such an interesting life. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, like this little town, and it's like kind of like Antarctica. Like it's full of ice all the time. It's like 19 hours a day of like darkness, and it's really interesting following her. But I do actually remember her in one of her TikToks showing this global seed vault, which is a secure backup facility for the world's crop diversity on the Norwegian island of Spitsbergen, which is a part of Greenland, I think. And yeah, it's essentially where they store all of like the seeds. I think it's more than 90,000 food crop seed samples. That was just recently, bringing the total number of seed samples to 400,000.
See,
Wow.
kind of sus, right? Why does America want to buy this secure global war pandemic place so bad?
They want the vault, bruh.
Oh no, sorry, no, it's not in Greenland. It's in Norway. It's in Norway.
Oh, Norway.
Sorry,
okay, I was going to say, yeah, right.
Norway.
All right, less sus then. All right, never mind. Scratch that.
That's in Norway, yeah. But yeah, everything Dylan said around trying to buy in Greenland is correct. It's in a unique geopolitical position in terms of repelling a potential attack from Russia. They're rich in rare minerals as well, and opportunities as the ice melts. So melting ice and rapidly rising Arctic temperatures are giving Greenland a front row seat to the climate crisis. So lots of stuff, yeah.
I have a feeling it'll happen. I don't know. We'll see, but I feel like it'll happen. I can picture the map changing.
Well, you reckon it's just because he snuggles his way in between Russia and China, so he feels like
he's smart. He can
he's
keep
like
a
at
better
the
eye
middle.
on him.
Yeah,
He can.
Keep your enemies close.
I'm
Keep
sure-
your friends
I'm-
close, enemies closer.
I'm sure there's more reasons than they've publicly stated too. Like there obviously must be. It's rich in minerals too, which is probably a big one. They got lots of oil reserves, shit like that.
Should we quickly touch on the 14 people killed in New Orleans?
Yes.
Probably.
So what, labelled as a terrorist attack? No.
I mean, he was carrying an ISIS flag was like hanging from the car as he was driving it.
man.
So one would have to assume, but I think they're investigating, right?
There's a lot of weird shit about this, man.
Yeah, at least 14 people were killed before the attacker died in a shootout with police. Dozens of other people were injured in the attack, and a black ISIS flag was flying from the truck's rear bumper. And they've called it an attack, an act of terrorism.
So what's weird here though? So a couple hours later or the next day, the Tesla Cybertruck blows up in Las Vegas in front of Trump's hotel, right? The driver of the Cybertruck and the driver of the New Orleans attack both rented the cars from the same app. They were both ex-military guys who worked at the same military base back in the day. Then there's all these other small weird connections and they're saying it's a coincidence. It's like, what kind of fucking coincidence is that, bro? Like, what are the odds of that? And there's a video of the dude from the New Orleans attack back in the day doing like, it was like a Zoom interview or job interview or something. And he's like a real switched on, normal, eloquent sounding dude. It's just strange, man. And there's a lot of things that aren't adding up to me, honestly.
I feel like anytime someone's an ex-Marine or an old, and then they're involved, like, or involved with the army in any way, and it's like they're involved, you're like, what's going on here? But then what would be in their benefit from like staging as something like that? You know what I mean?
Who knows?
Is it just that whole, you got to always have an enemy, or you got to always have something to kind of be fearful of in a way? I don't know.
Is this true? I don't know if this is true. I swear
is.
I read an article that he was apparently trying to set off bombs first.
Oh,
They
I don't know.
failed, and that's why he's then got in his truck and run everyone over. I don't. There might be a TikTok hoax, but I swear it was something along the lines he had placed homemade bombs around the place, and none of them worked. So then he gets in his pickup truck and runs everyone over.
There is an article. Federal authorities believe, I don't know how to pronounce his name, who killed 14 people in an ISIS-inspired vehicular attack in New Orleans, used a common explosive compound in 2 homemade bombs that did not detonate.
So 2 bombs, okay.
Yeah. They're conducting additional tests of the explosive compound found in New Orleans. Neither of the homemade devices exploded, and it remains unclear whether the failure was due to malfunction, lack of activation, or another issue. Jabbar, which I think was the driver, planned to use a transmitter to detonate the 2 bombs, which were placed in coolers.
So this is where it gets real crazy, right? So Tori, there was this dude Sean Ryan. I don't know if you guys have heard of this dude. He has a podcast. He's an ex-military guy. He's had this podcast for a while. He had a dude on recently. It's big news right now because the dude who he had on claimed to have gotten an email from the Tesla Cybertruck guy who blew up. And in the email, there's links to the mysterious drones that have been going on, right? And he's been saying that basically, it'd be easier if Tori maybe just type in Sean Ryan fucking research. It should pop up like.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all linked. The drones are like Chinese anti-gravity propulsion things, and the US has them too, but they're not admitting it because China and the US are the only countries that have them, and China's basically throwing these drones to the US to say like, checkmate, like, look what we can do. We can be in the US in seconds, and it's crazy. And then it's linked to the Cybertruck guy and the fucking New Orleans guy. It's all fucking linked. And now this Sean Ryan guy said him and his family are fucking hiding and running away for a while because they've let out all this information. It's crazy, dude. It's so much shit. I don't even know where to fucking start, to be honest.
Yeah, there's one article that comes up. It says Sean Ryan, podcast guest, apologizes after Matthew Levelsberger episode. Former Army officer Sam Shoemate, guest on Sean Ryan's podcast, apologized after he shared an email that a retired U.S. Army intelligence officer said that he received from Matthew whoever, which is the driver.
The Cybertruck guy, yeah.
The guy that has a podcast, I think, issued an apology or something. I don't know. It's not,
Is there like a synopsis of what the guy on the podcast said though? Like what the podcast was about? Because basically the whole podcast was about this stuff in the link, how it's all linked.
So the Cybertruck guy blows himself up in his Cybertruck?
Yes.
Oh, so it's like a suicide
Yeah.
attack.
He only killed himself, I'm pretty sure though.
Oh my.
He didn't kill anyone else.
Yeah, right.
And it was outside Trump's hotel in Las Vegas.
I'm just trying to read. There's not a lot of articles.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to bring it up because it's a fucking mess, man. But
Yeah.
if it's true,
And it's hard to know because
Crazy.
every time, it could just be coincidence,
Yeah, it's I don't know.
A bit fishy though.
it's a lot of coincidences though. Like if you read what actually is going on, it's like, how can it be coincidence?
Yeah.
It's just too much to be it's just weird.
Half an hour after the release of the podcast episode, Ryan's who's Ryan? Hold on,
That's the podcast guy, Sean Ryan. Yeah.
Sean Ryan's account posted a screenshot of the email that Shoemate received from the sender, who claimed to be Livelsberger, which is the guy that blew it up. The email details two major claims. First, the email said that drones that appeared over New Jersey were of Chinese origin and used gravitic propulsion systems that are the most dangerous threat to national security. And second, the email detailed alleged war crimes such as an airstrike in the Afghanistan province in 2019 that Livelsberg claims that he helped cover up.
Yeah, that's right. So he was also saying that the US participated in war crimes in Afghanistan, which the government and the army were covering up.
However, they're saying that they have not been able to verify any of the claims, but they're continuing to do so.
Yeah.
So I
wink, wink.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's very interesting. If you know what we're talking about or you're interested at all, it's fucking a big rabbit hole to go down. But crazy stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks of 2025?
Not even 2 weeks yet.
Even crazier, a married female prison officer who was filmed having sex with an inmate yesterday, jailed for 15 months. Linda D'Souza Abreu, who turned 31 last month, appeared in court for sentencing yesterday, having previously admitted misconduct after an X-rated clip in a jail cell at Wandsworth Prison went viral on social media. The footage showed a prison officer in her uniform having sex with inmate Linton Wirich, age 36. The prison officer, originally from Brazil, a married swinger, and shares an 8-year-old with her husband.
Well, that's why. Look at that.
And that is why...
Yeah, Jesus. And she's a prison officer.
She's a prison officer.
Well, she
See,
was.
a prison officer and OnlyFans, right?
I can't even see.
No wonder why, right? You get someone that does this for a living, fair enough, whatever, swing your heart away. But then as a prison officer, all it takes is because there's a thing where women like a bad boy, right? To a certain
Is
extent.
that thing of the video? A screenshot of the video, right.
What the?
Tori will tell you all about it in her books, right? It's always the guy that's good for you, then the guy that's like bad for you. That you should be attracted to, but and then it's like women just, it's like anything with with killers. We've talked about it before on the pod. Women are just fascinated with they know it's not the person they want to take home to spend the rest of their life with, but it's still like, you're locked up in here.
Yeah, but if she's only just got caught now, she's probably been doing that for ages.
Right.
With prisoners. You know what I'm saying?
She was only jailed for 15 months.
But do you think if that was a man,
Oh God,
would that be worse?
that's a mugshot.
Yeah, she,
Okay, so
looks a bit rough.
Maybe, I don't know. That's a catfish right there. But then again, she's probably coming down from a bender.
So the dudes can fuck each other in the ass and not get in trouble, but then when the real woman gets in there and one of them gets lucky,
whoa, man.
Only anal sex here.
You know how to fucking do that.
She also has a husband too.
Yeah,
oh, that's fucked up.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, apparently,
Well, they're swingers, though.
So
Yeah.
so
He's cool with it.
He's cool with it. They got a kid together. So fair play, man. If that's your thing, it's just the only thing that's wrong with it is she got caught. That's essentially the main thing here. And and guys really they really be having mobile phones in prison now, like just.
I know, right? I've seen so many videos on TikTok. They're like TikTok live and shit.
Yeah, this one guy always works out in his jail cell, and he's on TikTok live. I'm like, at what point are you like? Do they have him on a plan, like a $30 plan? And they're like, if you run out of credits, you can't. Yeah. No dick pics.
Oh my gosh.
On that one, I'm reading an article. She's originally from Brazil. She also previously appeared on a Channel 4 swinger show called Open House: The Great Sex Experiment. The program followed a number of swinger couples, including her and her MMA fighter husband.
Who is he?
I don't know. He's not big. In one episode, she's seen following 14 other people, including her husband, upstairs to have an orgy.
What kind of show is that?
I don't know. Yeah. But they're really not doing background checks on people in like government.
What the
So wait, what country is this? America?
No,
Or Brazil?
UK, right?
No. I think this is in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah. It's in UK. It's in the UK, but she's from Brazil. Oh,
So
here's
the-
the video.
Is that the full video? No.
Hold on.
They're both fully clothed.
let me go back,
it's
sorry.
it's a catfish thing.
No. I've seen it on
I've not
TikTok,
seen the video.
on Twitter.
On Twitter. That's where you find the fucked up shit.
Sorry, this is just whatever. They are fully clothed though. You can't see anything.
So he did the old took his dick out through the pants.
Oh no, there is part of a video where the guy currently recording, you can see him kissing. She's turning around. Oh fucking hell!
Yeah, so they don't play the full thing.
They don't
Yeah,
play
I've
the
seen it
insertion.
online though, and the guy that was just recording gives it to the guy that's having sex with her, and he's filming it, and you can see her ass.
Okay, I need to see this video later.
I'm gonna jump over you.
Yeah, interesting. So there really is no background checks for those kind of jobs.
No,
You can just
it doesn't seem like it.
do whatever the hell you want.
Is Dylan okay?
You really have to go. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that kind of shit would be like, it's so different when it's a guy. It's so different because I'm thinking like, oh yeah, that prisoner just,
You just got lucky,
he
yeah.
just got lucky. It's all good. And then it's like, if it was a guy, it'd be so much more seedy, right?
Yeah, that's the
She looks like a plant though, as in like if she was
She's
a
not a
police.
plant.
No, not a plant. But I'm saying like she doesn't fit the role. It's kind of like an attractive nurse. If an attractive nurse came to her like,
What would you do?
what's
Did Tori Bemero set this up or
No, it's like, no, it's like
what
yeah.
would you do,
No,
Joey?
it's always like you're like, is this like a bad porn setup? Like, you just think like nurses should just be all like normal looking.
Yeah.
They get someone with like fucking lip injections and a BBL
Tattoos.
like,
Fucking, what else did fucking our trusty news source say? Can't even remember anymore because my phone's now the camera.
well, I mean, I know you briefly mentioned it, but on New Year's Eve, the fireworks in Hawaii that fell over and ran into. So imagine a bunch of fireworks that literally explode into another set. It becomes
That'd be scary.
yeah.
That'd be like like a bomb.
Oh, people died.
Yeah, people died.
People died.
A 3-year-old,
women.
a 3-year-old boy.
That's
A baby?
has died. He was the fourth person to succumb to injuries
No.
in a Honolulu home.
terrible.
And a doctor said 6 others faced long recoveries.
That's not how you want to start the year, man. That's insane.
That's the thing. They're so beautiful,
Yeah.
but if you don't do them right, they literally could kill people.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
About the fireworks, did you see in Birmingham? I think there was all these people that lined up and queued for a fucking New Year's Eve
And they got
show
ripped
in
off?
There but it was fake news.
Yeah, yeah.
there was no fireworks show.
You can't go to anything in fucking Birmingham. You know they're going to fucking rip you off, bro.
Yeah.
They're fucking Peaky Blinders, the cunts.
Yeah.
Thousands of people gathered in the centre of Birmingham.
I love it. There's a cop there too. The cop's got no idea. Like, am I supposed to be working today? I think I'm clocked on. And the cops are standing there like a dumbass.
Yeah.
That's so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Oh, yeah, while there were cheers at the stroke of midnight, the promise of pyrotechnics turned out to be a damp squib. I guess that just means
English are
nothing.
idiots.
Well,
as well.
apparently
When they fly under the radar, they're
Yeah.
just doing funny dumb shit. Like,
Apparently their Christmas tree looked all like shit as well. Like they put some
Birmingham?
Christmas tree up. Oh, maybe not in Birmingham, but they
In England?
in England, they did this big reveal of this big ass tree, and it was just like it literally
sprout.
was just like just
Brussels
little
sprout.
branches with like lights, but like nothing else. It looked just withered.
The UK is fucked, eh? These
Yeah.
cunts
they're
are-
idiots.
they're
yeah.
off their head.
They're also idiots, bro. But they're funny though. They're funny. They're just like us.
Just a bit more.
A bit not as
Not as attractive as more like it's always a running joke with like there's no dental care in England because all their teeth are just This is random as I know it's off the topic, but have any of you watched the new Squid Games?
Oh, how
No,
good is
I
it?
haven't.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
You almost took Joey's eye out with that fucking sword.
How good is it?
Have you watched it?
No, I haven't even
Are you
seen the
going
first
to
one.
watch it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch both of them eventually.
They all die in the end. No,
You haven't watched the first one.
Never watched it.
Okay, I'm not here to just do the spoilers or talk about it as such, right? I liked it. I enjoyed it. Season 2 did for me. It was as good as season 1. It took a little bit of a different route, and they've cut the season in half. So they've released the first half of season 2 now, and they're releasing the other
No,
half.
apparently the next one's season 3.
Well, season 3, but in 2025. So it's very soon.
Yeah.
So it's been ages, but they've kind of dropped another season.
Yeah.
Or not half, but a small season 2, and they'll finish it. Because there's so many things unanswered, right?
Yeah, fucking
But do you know how twisted my brain is, right? So I work at work. I come across a lot of Asian people, a lot of other people, like a lot of Asian people that either look Korean or that are Korean, right? And I would never obviously have a chat with them or talk because most of them like, oh, no English, right? But in my head, I'm like, my brain just wants to go, you seen Squid Games? Like, or they can't understand me. But if I go Squid Game, they'll be like,
yes,
or like,
yes.
no, because you say anything to these people, these jip rockers at work, and you're like, hey man, the lunch shed. They're like, I don't, and they always do it as they're walking away. They don't even try.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, my brain goes, just because they may be of that ethnicity, they
Doesn't
would have
mean that
seen
this
Squid
is-
Games. And it just got me thinking, how many, if we had to guess, we're not going to find the answer, but how many Koreans in the world do you reckon have seen Squid Games, considering it's on Netflix, which is one of the probably the biggest platform streaming service of the world, right? Or one of. How many % of Koreans? Most
All
of them, right?
Like Korea's got like their own Hollywood going on, man.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
killer shows, bro.
Bro, have you fucking seen how good looking those fuckers are when they're not in?
That's what Tori was saying. It.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I was watching a fucking TikTok of these Squid Game actors on the red carpet, and I was like, these guys look like Ken dolls. Like
Bro,
their face structure and the skin, their skin is like
That's what
perfect.
I
You seen
said.
Physical
Tori said
100,
the
bro?
exact-
Yeah.
They're,
Like,
they're
what the
fucking
fuck?
great, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, did you also know because of Squid Games 2, Duolingo had like over however many 100,000 downloads, and everyone was trying to learn Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of transition in and out of English a little bit on the show, so it's kind of jarring but funny watching them try to speak English. Like we obviously don't dub it; we listen to the Korean and read it, right, like a normal person. But if you do anything else, you're a fucking serial killer. But just listening to them talk and stuff, and then they'll be like, one guy's like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?" Like the way they say it is like so comical, you know.
Did you know the
But
main
they're good
actor?
actors?
The main actor apparently learned English because of the role in Squid Games.
bad guy or the main
the
actor?
good guy,
Okay.
Sung Ji Hong or whatever his
But
name is. He learned English.
Didn't he learn it for Star Wars when he was Master Soul? And wasn't
No.
it that guy? Didn't he learn English just for that role?
No, apparently he learned it for Squid
Oh,
Games.
for Squid
For
Games.
Squid
Is that the
Games.
same dude? I don't know.
It's
if
the same dude. It's
Okay.
the same dude.
They're,
Yeah.
they're good actors, man. And
They
if
are.
if you get over the fact, when I was little, like younger, right, like, and I had there was a movie in another language, wouldn't even touch it.
I guarantee you, those drip rockers you're talking about were not Korean. They were fucking Chinese, man.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. But it's just like my brain goes like, surely they've seen it or something. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think it'd be offensive if I just went Squid Game. They'd be like, this idiot, man. What the hell?"
he speaks perfect English.
It's just like I was talking to my apprentice yesterday, and I was like, "Isn't it crazy?" Like I walked past one of them and I said, "Oh, do you know where the lunch shed is?" And he's like, "Oh," and I just kept walking. I was like, "True, I get it." And then I was talking to Sam, and I was like, "Man, isn't it crazy? Like we think that they say English is the hardest language to learn in the world." And it's just like, do they hear me speaking like I am now? But I'm like, you can't tell me that this doesn't sound more put together than like some of the syllables they put together, but it is to them. Like if you hear them speak, it's like, and you're like, well, that's literally, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And like, I couldn't imagine going to another country. It would take me so long.
No, have you actually listened to the videos of how English sounds to English speaking? It sounds fucked. We go. That's how we sound to them.
Yeah.
Like we actually sound fucked. It's like it sounds like Sims talk.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's actually freaky as fuck. There's heaps of videos and shit on it. It's like
Yeah.
how English sounds to non-English speakers, and we sound fucked. So
Yeah.
I get it. It would be fucking hard to learn. It probably would be easy to learn Chinese.
Well, it's crazy to go to a workplace every day and you only know the people you work with. You only know their language. So there's always one person on the Jip Rockers who speaks both, and then
Yeah.
he relays the information. So
Yeah,
it's so funny.
translator. He's a
When we have
translator.
toolboxes, we're like, all right, hard hats on, boys. High vis, blah, blah, blah. This happened. This incident happened. And he'd be like,
Yeah, and then he relays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's language for you. That's the most basic fucking shit.
What else fucking happened?
What else did happen?
I had one, but I can't remember because my phone.
Oh, well, obviously we spoke about it just before, but WWE signed with
Oh,
Netflix.
yes, we're back.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The production is
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah, I haven't
I'm only
seen
like
it
an
yet.
hour in, and it's fucking awesome
Yeah.
knowing that it's going to be back now once a week.
That wouldn't be like a normal Raw show. That would be like the premiere.
That was
of
like the
Raw.
opening
So
show, yeah.
I doubt it would be the production of it. I doubt they'd have that weekly or whatever. But
never know, man.
It goes to show how much money WWE has, because when you're on Netflix, it's kind of like the Joe Rogan with Spotify deal. It's kind of like you have that much money that you just imagine the income they bring Netflix and vice versa.
Just quickly, Tori, can you please search, can you buy TKO stock on stake? It would be worth probably
would
buying
be. It
some,
would
man,
be.
because it's only going to go up.
Yeah.
Steak is in the food or steak is in AK?
Stake, STAKE.
It'd be funny if it was steak.
Buy TKO shares, stake investing.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Yes, you can.
I don't know what this is.
How much is the stock worth, Tori?
TKO Group Holdings 141.81.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
that, so how much do you have to-
$141 per one stock. I think though with stake and stocks, it lets you don't have to buy the full share. I think it lets you, so if you only want to buy $50 worth of $150 stock, you only own a percentage of that.
Yeah.
How much would you have to put towards it to make it even worth it?
Honestly, for the average the average normie person who's not into investing like most of us and we don't have a lot of money, you're better off DCAing, which is a dollar cost average, and once a week, just like a savings account, you come up with a number that you don't give a fuck about, whether it be $50, $30, $5, and it goes every week into your stake app and you buy a stock. You buy something every week. And that's how you supposed to grow your supposed generational wealth type thing. So it's obviously not overnight money. It's not like trading where it's boom, boom, boom. If you want to play the safe long game where it's not going to hurt you in the long run, that's what you're supposed to do, which is something I'm going to get into this year with crypto. And that's why I've re-downloaded the stake app a couple nights ago.
But I feel like because I haven't done the hard yards with like doing my own research and that, I feel like it's going to go pear-shaped if all of a sudden me not knowing anything about it other than TKO being like, I believe in the growth of wrestling. It's just been getting bigger and bigger.
That's why I know people for you it makes sense to buy TKO stock.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
$20 a week.
I think, do I have to do some research beforehand? Like, I feel like one of those things where I'm like, how often would you have to, $50 a week, $100 a week, you just
You don't have to do that much research, honestly. If you're not day trading, you're just investing. You just buy something you believe in, and it'll go up. Or
like
down,
look at that. That's the 6 month chart. Yeah, Tori.
Yeah, it's
look at that.
Plus 26% in 6 months. Yearly,
I want to jump on it.
Yearly, it's 77%, and 5 yearly, it says 142%.
That is such good returns, and you've done nothing. So think of it, right? Let's work it out.
How do I do it? If I was to go do it now, what do I
Download
need?
the app.
Just stakes.
I'll help you. Just first things first. You download the stake app, and then you message me. Just go one thing at a time because you're going to fizzle your brain.
I feel like with wrestling, it does cop a lot of slack because it's fake and this.
Bro,
and that,
it's entertainment.
But I don't
it's
think
so good.
It's not fake in terms of what they do is real, even though it's fake. I said the word fake. It's not real, but it's the entertainment, the emotion it brings the viewers. It's like anything you watch is fake. Even if you think it's real, it's fake. You know what I mean?
Bro, they're literally bashing each other.
It's just the result and the story is orchestrated.
Yes.
But the athleticism and everything is real.
Yeah.
You know?
They're actually
but
jumping
it's like
off
when you watch your anime and stuff, you know kind of how the story's going to go, right? To a certain extent. Like if you're a betting man, you'd go, this person's going to win against this person or vice versa. But every now and then, they'll surprise you.
Yes.
That's what I like about WWE. Like I don't watch it as much. I don't watch it at all anymore. But the fact it's on Netflix, I feel like I would be more likely to.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it now. Once a week.
What happened with the? I only started watching the first fight. I didn't even finish it. So what happened with the Roman Reigns and the other fella who won?
Cody Rhodes.
No, the over the.
They're still going.
His cousin or whatever.
What? They're still fighting.
They're still going.
Who won the match though? Who won the match between the first? It was the first match. Roman Reigns versus whatever the fucking other.
I'm pretty sure
name.
Roman Reigns did.
Okay, because he was getting flogged at the start.
One of the Uso brothers.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the Uso brothers.
It was
the other fella.
something Sikola or whatever.
Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
Who won that match?
Roman Reigns beats.
He won.
Yeah.
Okay. So he took the
the
reef
reef back.
Yeah, right.
Took the reef back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That guy's been up on the pedestal for ages. That guy, the Roman Reigns, he's been the champ. He was the champ for ages.
He's hot.
Yeah, I think Tori's seen him on binge because like they were on binge before Netflix, and she's seen him. He's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "The guy's got pearly white teeth. He's got long hair." And then she turned to me and she's like, fuck that guy. You're so much hotter.
I also
She said
think
that.
the girl,
She said that.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley, she's Aussie.
She's hot, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she-
What,
She's banging.
I don't know what it is about her, bro. She's like, if she's Australian, isn't she?
Yeah, she's Aussie.
She's from
Yeah.
Adelaide, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Fuck, you know everything about her.
She got 3 tattoos. No.
She's hot.
yeah.
Nah,
She used to date Rey Mysterio's son recently.
Dominic, yeah.
Dominic.
What, in real
Mysterio.
life? It's part of
Real
the
life.
story, isn't it?
real
Oh,
life.
in real life.
Yeah, but they broke up. But they did make it, because that's the thing with WWE. If you're dating, they most likely incorporate it in the story somewhat.
Yeah, well, even Triple H said, he's like, not Triple H, sorry. Stone Cold said on his podcast, he goes, all the best wrestling storylines from when you guys were all kids, like during the Attitude Era, which is the 2000s, he said every single one of them, 100%,
fucking
had an
each other.
element of truth. No, there was an element of truth to it. So the stories with, like, I don't know, Edge takes the chick off Batista, it's because there was a little bit of actual shit happening in real life, and then Vince McMahon incorporates it into the show, and that's why it actually comes across as emotional, because the wrestlers are actually like low key beefing.
Think about how long they're on the road for. And most of them would fuck each other. I reckon.
There'd be people getting like this person. There, you see them flirting, and there'd be interactions with humans, and then Vince McMahon, the genius, goes, let's just make what these guys are doing here a part of the story. It's good shit.
No, I'm keen for that.
Fucking oath. Well, fucking
Yeah, I
that's
gotta
it.
bounce anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Fucking big-
Another episode done. One episode
Close to
140.
25.
Let's go.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
We're back, man.
All that shit. It's going to be a big year for FireCast and the music. Smithereens, my new song is out now.
Yes.
These at Sundays in full effect. Check it out. You got a song coming too, don't you?
My first song of the year drops with Hayes, who's a English producer. He's a fucking good guy. So that's a drum and bass. That's a slapper of a song, man. That song's stupid. That song comes out on Friday, and then the next Friday on the 24th, my first dubstep track of the year comes out as well. Afraid to Feel, that comes out. So I've got 2 songs already coming. I've got so much shit in the works as well, so I'm fucking excited. Hopefully I get someone give me a set. I want to fucking perform. I want to do a fucking set in Sydney somewhere. So
stay tuned for all of that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. See you next week.
Let's go.
Cheers.